Share my screen. Okay. Hello, Annie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So far, it's only you in. So we'll wait for a few minutes and see if others will join us. And then we'll
Okay.
see that.
Sounds good.
Okay, we have Bennett joining us. So I'm gonna take down these names. What's my, oh, excuse me. Get the attendance paper. That will change. Me. Hold it. Yep, got it. Just need to get out this. All right, I think we can begin. As you must have noticed by now, I have added your grades on homework 2 and homework 3. So by the end of the week, I should be able to grade your Excel assignment that you submitted earlier, some weeks ago, and then add your grade from test 1. So let's begin. Today we'll be looking at quartiles. Quartiles. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So the quartiles, they divide the distribution into 4, or they divide the data set into 4 groups that are separated by this first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile. So even though they divide it into 4 groups, the one we are interested in are the first quartiles, which is the first 25%, second quartiles, which is the first 15%. Sometimes we call the second quartile the median. And then third quartile, which is the 75%. Now, there's a relationship between the quartile, between a quartile, and percentile. Before I say that, quartiles actually, and how you can get an idea of what the quartile means is, for example, the school, some colleges have quarters instead of semesters. Another way you can understand it is this: in America, the companies are required to report to quarterly profits. So they find the quarterly financial reports, income statements, balance sheets, and cash flow statements every quarter. Okay. So usually we have 4 quarters in a year. So that's how that will give you an idea of how we can use quartiles in real life situation. Okay. Now, that relationship I want to show you is this. Our first quartile, the first quartile, which is the 25%, 25%, 25. We call it Q1 is 25. Q1. Okay, so let's call it it is same as the 25th percentile. So it is same as 25th percentile. 25th percentile. So the first quartile is the same as the 25th percentile. Now, the second quartile, or what we call the median sometimes. Okay, 50%, that's Q2, which is the 50%. Okay, it's the same as the 50th percentile. Okay. So the second quartile is the same as the 50th percentile. Then the third quartile, is Q3, which represents 75. Okay, it is same as the 75th percentile. 75th percentile. Okay, 75th percentile. So these are the one we are, interested in most of the time. It's just a convention we use. So when we interpret our result that we have today, you will see why we are using only this three. Now, so because of this relationship between the quartile and percentile, we can use the formula for computing percentile to compute quartiles. And that formula is this. Although, like I said, there are other ways you can get quartile, but this one is a shortcut formula we can use. Let me write it down. The quartile Q1, but any of the quartiles, Qn, okay, Qn, excuse me, I gotta make it this way. Okay. The Qn, that's what n is the quartile of interest, equals n times p n times p over 100. Okay, and we are in this case, the n is the number of values in the data set. Okay, and p is the percentile. Like I said, they are related. The quartile one is 50 percentile. 20 percentile, and then of course 100, because a percentile has to do with percent, so you're gonna be over 100. So that's basically what it is. So now let's see. So that the n represents the number of items in the data sets. P is the percentile. Why percentile? Because of this relationship. So if you say calculate the first quartile is the same as 25th percentile. You can just plug in 25 here and count the number of items in the data sets and then divide by 100. Now, let's try one example. It says here, number of nuclear power plants in the top 15 nuclear power producing countries are shown here, in the world shown here. So find the first, second, and third quartiles of this data set. Okay, let's do it. First thing you do is to arrange the data set in order. Okay, arrange them in order, in ascending order, from the smallest to largest. I'm gonna move it here. of magnitude. So I've already arranged them. So you can see. Okay. Now, next is to find the quartile using this formula here that I've just shown you above. To find the first quartile, you see, first of all, let's how many items here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. So that means our n equals 15. Okay. And P, say find the first quartile. So for the first quartile, that means P is 25. Okay. So P equals 25. So you plug these values into this formula. So you get that quartile 1, Q1 becomes n times P, which is 15 times 25 over 100. This we can figure out from the decimals. Let me write it down so we can figure it out. 15 times 25 over 100. So I'm going to take it to decimals so we can figure this out. We got what is that? Okay, right here. So this was the online calculator, the free online calculator. Desmos.com. So we have 15 times 25, okay, divided by 100. 3.75. So 3.75 we got, so take it back. 3.75. 3.75. Whenever you have a decimal part, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, just round up to the next number, which is 4. Just go to the next number, 4. So that Q1, which means that Q1, remember this answer we got is not the Q1, it is the number we use to locate it, which means that Q1, that Q1 equals, now, therefore, it can the fourth number, 1, 2, so because this is, like I say, is a locator, fourth number. You put that fourth number. So that we can always use it to locate it. Okay. I'll make it clear so you can see. So the answer we get from this calculation here is not the quartile. It is the location number. That's the fourth. It means that the quartile is on the fourth number. If you look at the list, 1, 2, 3, fourth number, which is 4. Sorry, which is the 1, 2, 3, which is 10. 10. So that is their number, that is their first quartile. So how do we interpret this? Let us interpret this, interpretation of this. So this means that, okay, this means that approximately 1/4, approximately 1/4 of these countries have 10 or less nuclear power plants. Because this is about nuclear power plants. Okay, so that means approximately, oh, excuse me, what was that? It pushed me all the way down. Okay, our answer means that approximately 1/4 okay, 1/4, or I can call it 25% or less of these countries. Sorry, 25% of this countries have, answer is 10, right? So it's going to be 10 or less nuclear power plants. Questions?
No question.
Very good, very good. So good. So let us answer the first one. You say, because they want us to find the first, second, and third quartile. So let's find the second quartile. Again, the formula is still the same. Okay. In this case, we're using P as n is still 15 because it's the 15 number, 15 countries, I mean to say. So I'm gonna make it more n now. And then P in this case is 50. Plugging these numbers in, we have Q2, okay. Q2, that means equals as the second quartile. Q2 becomes 15 times 50. Okay, divided by 100. I'll give us 15 times 15. 15 times 50 over 100. So I'll take it to decimals. I can find it. 15. Okay, by 50 now. So we just change this to 50. Okay. And that gives us 7.5. So we have 7.5, 7.5. Yeah. So 7.5, which means you round up to 8. Remember, whenever you have a decimal part, you just round to the next number. Doesn't matter how small it is. So you have, this means that I need the 8th number. So
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you have like 3.25, you would still round it to 4?
Yes.
All right.
This is not like a regular rounding. This is just and sometimes you might not even have a decimal part. So I will show you an example on how to do that one. Okay.
Okay.
So next number here we're gonna be so to round it to next number we will have this here. Okay. The number will be 8 number. So we count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, number 18. 18. See? So that I have that interpretation in this form. We can say that approximately half or 50% of the countries have 18 or less nuclear power plants. So you can see that's how it goes. The last example now becomes, last question says the third quartile. So following the same thing, I'll have it in this form. Some formula goes on. And I have this. Okay, in this case, n is still 15. Okay. And p in this case is 75. So plugging it in, we have Q3 equals 15 times 75 over 100. So I want to write here 15 times 75 over 100. So in this case, let me write it down again. I got it. 15 times 75 over 100. So I'm taking it to the decimals. So we have 15 times 75 over 100, which give you 11.25. This is exactly the question you just asked me a few minutes ago. Now, so 11.25. So this case is still the same process. Round to get to the next whole number, 11.25. Now you know from algebra, like if you round this, it's gonna be 11. Am I right? Am I right? Or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
but this time we're not doing that. We're just going. So long as you have this decimal part, no matter how little is this, just go to the next number. In this case, which is going to be equals the 12th number. In algebra, you're gonna be 11th number, but here we're not doing the regular rounding. We just have the rule that if you have a decimal part, go to the next number. So, which means that the Q3 will be the 12th number in the data set. 12th number in the data set. Which is gonna be, if you count it from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 31. Okay, 31. Which means that interpretation, it means that approximately 75 is 3/4. So 3/4. 3/4 or 75% of the countries have at one or less nuclear power plants. Questions? Any question, class?
No, not for me.
Good. Now, let's look at another example. It says, find the Q1, Q2, Q3 for this data set. In this case, they didn't tell us where the data set comes from. So we just have to find the Q1, Q2, and Q2, that's all. So you have, so first thing is to arrange them in order of magnitudes. Solution, put them in order, which I have already done, as you can see. So next thing now is to use the formula to start finding the Q1, Q2, and Q2. So the formula again is here. So remember, this is just one method of finding it. There's another method you can use, but this is the shortcut method. So in this case, I have that to find the first quartile, n equals how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers. So your n is 8. Now, I'll make it bigger so you can see it properly. Okay. Now, so Q1, so our P in this case is 25. So because Q1 is the first 25. Now, plugging this in, that Q1 equals 8 times 25 over 100. So 8 times 25 over 100 give us some. I'll write it down so we can put it on a calculator. 8 times 25 100. So we got go to decimals. 8 times 25. Okay. 8 times 25 over 100. You see that this one, there is no decimal part. Unlike the other ones we did, whenever there's a decimal part, just go to the next number. But here, there is none. So what we're gonna do in this, there's a way we do solve this type. So it's 2. Remember, this 2 is not the quartile, it's just the location number. It means that we're gonna do the second plus, sorry, excuse me, 2, which is the second plus the third number divided by 2. That will give us the quartile, which is the second number here is 6. 6 plus the third number is 12 divided by 2. 6 plus 12 is 18. Am I right? I think I'm right. Divided by 2 is 9. So 9 is the first quartile here. So this is, we use this method only if there is no decimal part in our location number. So for quartile 2, N is still 8 and P is 50. Because for the second quartile is P is the first 50. Okay. I'm gonna change this to small n. Now, so that means Q2 equal. Let me make it bigger. Equals 8 times 50 divided by 2. Now 8 times 50 divided by 2. Let me put it, get it there. 8 times 50 over 2. Okay. This is for Q2. Okay. So I'm taking it decimals. 8 times 50 is 4. Again, there's no decimal. 4. So that it's gonna be 4, which is the fourth number plus the fifth number divided by 2. And the fourth number here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 13. The fifth number is 15 divided by 2. 13 plus 15 is 28, I believe. And 28 divided by 2 is 14. Am I right? I believe I'm right. So 14 becomes your second quartile. And then the third quartile, Q3 equals, in that case, your N is still 8. Your P is 75. Let's change this to small n. Okay. So that Q3 becomes 8 times 75 divided by 2. 8 times 75 divided by 2, that gives me 6, which means we're looking at the 6th number plus the 7th number divided by 2. And that will be the 6th number. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th number is 18 plus the 7th number is 22 divided by 2. What I got for that was 20. Questions?
No question.
Good. So now I have explained to you how to find quartiles. I'm going to show you how to find it using Excel in a few minutes, but let me show you how you can apply it. Look at this question here. Sometimes we ask you in a question to find FiveNumber summary. So for example, let me show you in this one. So it says a stockbroker recorded the number of clients she saw each day over an 11-day period. The data are shown below. So it says identify the FiveNumber summary and construct a box plot for this data. Now to answer this question, I have already shown you how to calculate quartiles. So we're not going to go through that again. I will just put in the answers that I have. Okay. And then we can so that to save time and also. So like I said, I have shown you the method. So what are the FiveNumber summary? The FiveNumber summary are the minimum number value, the maximum value that you have. Then have your Q1, which is the first quartile, Q2, which is the second quartile, and Q3, which is the third quartile. See? So you can see that there are 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what we call the FiveNumber summary. Now, the minimum is the 23. We have it here already. And the maximum number in this list is 51. So the Q1, Q2, Q3 are the one we don't have. So for this, to answer this kind of question, use the same method that I showed you a few minutes ago to calculate Q1, Q2, and Q3. So we're not going to do that because, like I said, I've already shown you. Let me just put the answers I have so that we can be able to get the FiveNumber summary, and then we can now construct the box plots. So the answer I have for that is, what is it? Okay. So I have the first quartile is 20. I got 29 as the first quartile. 29. For my second quartile, I have the answer as 33. And the third quartile, I got my answer as 42. The third quartile is 42. With this, we can now draw the box plot. Now, Excel, depending on the version you are using, 2016 Excel does not really draw a box plot. Cannot draw the box plot. So, but I think I understood that. I understand that the new versions of Excel can draw the box plot, which is a very good improvement. In any case, I want to show you what it means. The box plots can go in this form. Okay, let me see. Before that, I'm going to show you something else. These are the FiveNumber summaries that we are talking about right here. FiveNumber summary. So that's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With this number, we can now draw our box plot. Let me see. Okay, good, very good. I'm looking for a space so I can draw it, so you can see it very well, very clearly. Okay, now this is better. I can now draw it here. So now the box plot is you put this number goes from 23, the minimum to maximum of 51. So I can make a chart that goes from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, with with a rule like it will be more accurate. Now I can then okay, miss 60. Okay, now I can make a chart there and add this. Okay, let me put this in this form. Okay, I'm gonna put this line on this. This is the horizontal axis. Okay, I mean the horizontal axis. Now we can have our box here. This is the box. Okay. Now you can excuse me, my mistake. You can see that Q1, Q2, and Q3 are the one you draw first. So the Q1, oh, what happened to my graph? Okay, good. Now the Q1, Q2, the Q1 is 29, which should be around here. 29. 29. And the Q2 is 33, which should be around here. So I'm gonna make it here. 33. And Q3 is 42, which is gonna be around this space. So 42. Now I can now put in the lines to join to put the shape of the box plots there. Yeah, this one's for 33, which should be around here. And this is Q2 is 42, which should be around here. Okay. Now I'm just using the estimate, Then you can join them to form the box. I'm sorry, my drawing is not perfect, but this is the best I can do. Since we are not in the classroom, I mean in the physical classroom, I can draw it on the board. So now we put the whiskers, which is the minimum, which is 23. 23 will be around here. So 23 should be around here. Then maximum is 51, which should be somewhere around here, somewhere. 51. So what I gotta do now is to put the whiskers to 23. The whiskers to 23. Okay, right there. That's the whiskers right there. And for the maximum, we have the same, whiskers, the same type of whiskers. So right here. Okay, that's a box plot right there. Now, if you look at this box plot, you can see that this side is bigger than that side. So what we mean that the data set is skewed to the right side. So interpretation, the data set, according to the box plot, the data set is skewed to the right. I mean, there are many other ways you can interpret this, but this is what I'm really expecting. So it's stretched more on the right side, so that's why I say that it's skewed to the right. Questions? Any question?
No, I don't have a question about this, but I do have a question.
Go ahead, ask.
Okay, so about yesterday for the test on INS, the INSS test thing. So for on my math lab, when I first started off, I had a 2-week, I had a little extension thing for the trial. And then so today, yesterday, when I logged into my math lab, I found that yesterday was the day it expired. And that was fine because I was about to just renew it and buy it. But then when I tried to renew it and buy it, it sent me an error. It sent me an error message saying that I couldn't register today. And it sent me an email as well that I can screenshot and send it to you saying that, and I'm gonna read it right here. It says right here that, your registration attempt for student access for my stat lab with e-text for Donnelly Business Statistics 2E was unsuccessful. For the following reasons, error has occurred sending the course enrollment to the external system. Like that has nothing to do with me. So I couldn't even take the test yesterday at all.
But how about now? Are you in now?
Huh?
Were you able to register it today?
No, I wasn't. I'm gonna retry again after this class, but I still wasn't able to take the test yesterday.
Retry it again. Retry it again because some of you guys are in already. So retry it again. If it doesn't work, call Pearson. Just once you are in, and if it is past due, let me know. I will put it back for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So, but most important thing for you to get in, yeah, so you can take it because I update my gradebook every week.
Okay. All right. If it doesn't work, I'll email customer tech support or whatever.
And there's another number. I think I put a number there too. You can also call them.
Okay.
All right. Any other question before I want to show you how to do this in Excel, and then we will round up. Any other question? Okay, good. So no question. Good. Now I'm going to take you to Excel. Now all this work we did in Excel, we can just do apart from the box plot. There's new version of Excel that can give you the box plot very fast. And also there are so many online graphs that can give you right away. But the other version of Excel, they can't give you the box plot. You have to use a kind of be creative there. But I can show you how to get the quartiles, which are the most important thing in Excel. So let me show you how to get it. I'll take you there now. The Excel. Now, see example I have the quartile. So suppose you have to find a quartile for this. So in this case, we are looking for the first quartile, and second quartile, and then the third quartile. So Excel will give you right away. You don't even have to arrange it. So the first quartile is this. Just remember what I told you. To do any calculation in Excel, first of all, put equal sign to make it to put it in a ready mode. Then type quartile. See? Now, this is the quartile right here. Yeah. Okay. Now you highlight all this, put a comma. Now for the first quartile, you can see it right here. Can you see this? Can you see this blue box here? Hello, class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First quartile is 25%. So just put 1 because it's the first quartile. And then enter key, then you get your first quartile is 10. And so the same process, quartile. Okay, and then double click. So it gives the array of the numbers. Comma. Then this is the second quartile, which is the same as the median. You can see right here. So which is 2. Second quartile, 18. And third quartile, quartile again. So then next, get the array of numbers, comma, the third one, which is the 75 percentile. And that's it. You're done. It's easy. Then you can relax and drink your coffee because you'll be done. You're done in a few minutes. Any question of this? Any questions? So let me take down your names. I'm going to update my attendance again this week. I just want to make sure who and who are showing up. Today is 3838. Now let me get your names down. I got Ania. Okay, I got Chambers. I got Bennett. I got Taylor. Who else I got? I think that's it. Now, please, what I wanted to say, please be serious about this online homeworks and tests, because that is, as you can know by now, everything is there, except for the project that you will do and the Excel assignments. Every other thing is in the PRC. Okay. If you don't have any other question, then I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right.
All right, have a good
Have a
one.
good one.